وإن زوجهما غير الأب والجد فلكل واحد منهما الخيار إذا بلغ إن شاء قام على النكاح وإن شاء فسخ. And if other than the father and the grandfather marries this boy and girl off, then for each one of them is a choice when he becomes baligh. If he wishes, he can stay upon the nikah, and if he wishes, he can cancel the nikah. فهذا عند أبي حنيفة محمد رحمه الله تعالى. And this is according to Tarfain. وقال أبو يوسف رحمه الله خيار لهما اعتبارا بالأبي والجد. Imam Yusuf Rahman says there is no choice for them when they become baligh, making qiyas on the father and the grandfather. That just as when the father and the grandfather marries them off, they don't have a choice when they become baligh. Imam Yusuf Rahman says, likewise, when the others marry them off, there is no choice for them. وَلَهُمَا أَنَّ الْقَرَابَةَ الْأَخِي نَاقِصَةٌ. The Tarfain's dalil is that the relationship of the brother is deficient. وَالنُّقْصَانُ يُشْعِرُ بِقُصُورِ الشَّفَقَةِ. And this deficiency will give rise to less compassion. وَيَتَطَرَّقُ الْخَلَلُ إِلَى الْمَقَاصِدِ عَسَى. So there will be a deficiency that will come out towards the perhaps a deficiency will arise towards the objectives. Do you understand it? So because the relationship is a bit distant, although brother is close, but still it's not that like father and grandfather, right? So the compassion will be less. When the compassion is less, then maybe they fall short in seeing the best for the child. You understand it? وَالتَّدَارُكُ مُمْكِنٌ بِخِيَارِ الْإِدْرَاكِ. And making up for that is possible by giving the choice of bulugh. Right. وإطلاق الجواب في غير الأب والجد يتناول الأمة والقاضي وهو الصحيح من الرواية. And the general answer in other than the father and the grandfather will include the mother and the qazi, and this is the sahih from the riwayat. In other words, when we say other than the father and the grandfather, is everybody else. So that will also the qazi also, if he qazi also becomes a wali when the child got no wali whatsoever. You understand? And also the mother, the choice of bulugh for everyone besides the father and grandfather. Right. لِكُسُورِ الرَّأْيِ فِي أَحَدِهِمَا, due to the deficiency of the opinion in one of them too. In other words, the mother. The mother's got, so why she less? Mother's got full compassion. There's no doubt, right? But her opinion is, it won't be exact like the father. You understand? They can always, the women are generally swayed easily. They are swayed easily. So she might get impressed with a boy or a girl, whatever, or anyone for, or like maybe say for a daughter. She'll get impressed with a boy if he's maybe a sweet talker. You understand? But the father will be to look beyond that. He'll see now, not only he wants to see what the character and everything is. You understand it? Right. So there's no doubt in the compassion of the mother, but less deficiency in opinion. وَلُقْسَانُ الشَّفْقَةِ فِي الْآخَرِ. And the deficiency of compassion in the qazi, in the other person, in other words, the qazi. The qazi, you can't sway him. He's got all that experience. So he'll know this boy, is it good for this girl or not? But he doesn't have the compassion, it's not his child. You understand it? Right. So therefore they'll be given a choice. وَيُشْتَرُطُ فِيهِ الْقَضَاءُ. And the decision of the qazi has made a condition in this. In other words, when they become baligh, they have to go and apply for khiyarul fasakh or khiyarul idrak. Khiyarul idrak from the courts, right? بِخِلَافِ خِيَارِ الْعِدْلِ. Now, contrary to the choice of freedom now. So what's the choice of freedom? So this is a choice when a woman, right, is married to a slave girl. A slave girl is married to a slave boy or a free man, right? And then a master frees her. So she gets what is called khiyarul it. You understand? In other words, she can opt out of that nikah. She's got a choice of opting out of the nikah because her master married her off. to the slave boy or to the free man. And remember, while the slave boy or free man was had ownership over her, they only owned 2 talaqs. Now that she became free, they own 3 talaqs. So she's got the right to repel that extra ownership, so she can opt out. Right. So this here. لأن الفسخ هنا لدفع ضرر خفي, because the cancellation here is to repel a hidden harm. In which case, in the case of khiyarul bulugh, it's a hidden harm because you're not sure did these relatives make the right choice or not. You understand it? So it's a hidden harm. And the boy or girl, when they become baligh, is to repel a hidden harm. You understand it? وهو تمكن الخلل, and that is making up for the deficiency, right? ولهذا يشمل الذكر والأنثى, and for this reason, this خيار البلوغ includes both the boy and the girl, right? فجعل إلزاما في حق الآخر. So thus خيار البلوغ will be made binding in the right of the next person. In other words, you are cancelling that wali's decision. فيفتقر إلى القضاء, so it needs to the court. So they have to go through the court procedure because the harm that they are trying to repel here when they become baligh is something hidden. And it's also going against the right of that wali who did that nikah. So you need the court. You understand it? وخيار العتق لدفع ضرر جلي. And the choice of freedom, choice of freedom means the choice to opt out once she got the freedom, right? Is to repel a clear and open harm. And what is it? وَهُوَ زِيَادَةُ الْمِلْكِ عَلَيْهَا, and that it is the increase of ownership upon her. You understand it? That suddenly now, the husband owns 3 talaqs instead of 2. You understand it? وَلِهَذَا يَخْتَصُّ بِالْأُنْثَى, and for this reason, this khiyarul itq is only special with the female, فَأُعْتُبِرَ دَفْعًا. So this is considered as a repelling and not ilzam. The other one was an ilzam. You're breaking the next man's decision. You understand it? But here, this is more a repelling. وَالدَّفْءُ لَا يَفْتَقِرُ إِلَى الْقَضَاءِ, and to repel something, you don't need the courts. You understand? So therefore, they didn't need. ثم عندما إذا بلغت الصغيرة وقد علمت بالنكاح فسكتت فوردا. Then according to طرفين, right? Then, right, when the Saghira became baligh and she knew of the nikah, then she kept quiet, and that is happiness. وَإِلَّمْ تَعْلَمْ بِالنِّكَاحِ فَلَهَا الْخِيَارُ حَتَّى تَعْلَمَ. And if she didn't know about the nikah, then she's got a choice until she comes to know. Then fataskutu, right? Then she kept quiet. Then only it will be happiness. You understand it? So it's once she learns about the nikah, and then what she does that time will say whether she's still on her khiyar or not. شرط العلم بأصل النكاح لأنها لا تتمكن من التصرف إلا به. Imam Muhammad has made a condition with the actual nikah. The actual nikah. She needs to know whether nikah took place or not, because she is not able to transact except with that knowledge. If she didn't know she's married, how is she going to know that she's got khiyarul ik? You understand it? If she didn't know she's married, how she's going to know she's got this? No, so she's got khiyarul bulugh. You understand it? Right. وَالْوَلِيُّ يَتَفَرَّدُ بِهِ. And the wali, he does this thing alone sometimes. He maybe did the nikah quietly alone. You understand it? And he can do it alone. So it doesn't necessarily mean that she automatically knows she's married. Maybe she doesn't even know she's married. فَعَذُرَتْ or فَعُذِرَتْ بِالْجَهْلِ. So she's excused for not knowing about the nikah, right? وَلَمْ يَشْتَرِطِ الْعِلْمَ بِالْخِيَارِ. And he did not make a condition that she knows that she's got a choice. In other words, if she might have known of the nikah, yes, but she didn't know the maslah, that she's got a choice. That condition he didn't make. لأنها تتفرغ لمعرفة أحكام الشرع, because she is free to learn the laws of Sharia. Right? وَالدَّارُ دَارُ الْعِلْمِ. And the country is the country of knowledge. فَلَمْ تُعْذَرْ بِالْجَهْلِ. So she won't be excused with not knowing the maslah. She say with him, finish. Now after she learns the maslah from a mufti, now she comes and says, I want to opt out. It's too late. Right. بخلاف المعتقة, contrary to the slave girl who's been freed, she didn't know no masla, then jahal is an excuse for her. Why? لأن الأمة لا تتفرغ لمعرفتها, because a female slave is not free to learn the laws. Right? فعذرت بالجهل بثبوت الخيار. So she's excused with ignorance, with the condition, with the establishment of a choice. You understand it? So if she didn't know that I can opt out of the nikah because she didn't know the masla, then she's excused. The day she knows the masla, she can still opt out. But the small girl, when she becomes baligha and she didn't know she's got khiyarul bulugh, or yeah, khiyarul bulugh, right? Then that is no excuse. Yes, if she didn't know about the nikah at all, then that is an excuse. Leave it alone.